staying with you, still with us on the Breakfast Club with me, Elaine Nobla. And this beautiful Thursday morning, we have a very special guest with us. We have Christopher Tock himself. Good morning, Christopher. How are you doing?
Good morning, Elaine. I'm fine.
Christopher Tock is the co-founder and executive director of EYE Project, or I Project. And we want to talk about social media today and the impact social media has on our community. And we'll start with that first before we go into detail about I Project, which you can explain to us in a bit. So tell us, Christopher, how long have you been blogging? You are a certified blogger.
I guess there's no such thing as a certified blogger,
Right.
but I have been blogging for quite some time, since 2004 actually.
2004, that is what? My maths is back 7 years.
Yeah, about 7 years.
Of sorts, okay.
Yes. Ever since I actually went to university in London, Imperial College.
All right.
And I guess internet was there, and there was no blogging sites, but there was like free sites that you can use. So I actually turned it into like a blogger kind of platform.
Right.
Before actually like blogger.
Before Blogger was even available.
Exactly. Yes.
Right. And tell us, I wanted to know, what prompts you or what drove you to, start blogging, want to blog?
Well, I guess that when I'm overseas and it's difficult to just call home, it's very
Right.
expensive back then to call or even use the internet, So I created a blog just to be able to share my experience when I was in London as a student and also as somebody who actually earned his own money.
Right.
I used to work part-time jobs.
Okay.
And I use this money because it's mine.
Yeah.
I actually used it on a lot of nice things like eating in first-class
awesome.
restaurants, 1 Michelin star, 2 Michelin stars.
Right.
I've actually experienced all this, and I thought it would be a waste if I don't share it. That's right.
I see. So, really cool idea that whatever money you earn was to gain experience of experiences that you wouldn't have normally here.
That's right. Yes.
So, okay. Besides the Michelin star restaurants, what else do you blog about? What drives you? What are you passionate about?
I guess that's where the community role comes in. I've been very passionate about community work since I was in College Tunku Jaffa. That's where I studied.
Okay.
And coming to university is like a big eye-opener. I see lots of people in different societies doing a lot of work, and it's amazing how they are just 19, 20 years old kind of students, and they still can run events and that ranges about 600 to 700 people per event, and I'm still able to study at the same time. So I thought to myself, I said, I'm not just going to be a stupid person, and stop and just study. I'll do all these things and study and do well in all aspects of life.
Okay.
So blogging and social media became a tool that I can tell my friends and get people connected so that everybody knows the message that we want to play.
Right.
And whenever we have events, that is the best way to actually let people know, hey, we have got something going on, and this is probably really fun, and you should join it. And it's a great marketing tool.
And that's what you were using the social media platform for.
Exactly, yes.
It's sort of like a tool to spread the word.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Okay. And what kind of I love the idea that you said that you don't have to be a philanthropist when you are rich and famous. At whatever age, even if you're 19 or 20, you can actually do charity work. You can actually do social community work.
You can.
And what kind of stuff have you started off? And you can probably tell us about the EYE project.
That's right. Yes. Due to the experience that we have, I've gone throughout this whole my study life. Basically, I basically co-founded UKEC. That's not really co-founded, but restarted it again.
Kickstarted it again.
Exactly.
Gave
Yes.
it life.
Together with a lot of friends of mine,
Right.
including one more Firdaus and other people, and we did this Malaysian affairs kind of thing with the students studying overseas, because we know that these guys are smart. So if you're not engaging them and getting them to help out with stuff that's going on back home, then it's going to be like a waste of time. Yes.
Right.
And basically we created, we sort of kicked back this thing, and then we said, hey, it's running really well.
Right.
We started something called Malaysian Student Leaders Summit back then, 4 years ago, and it's running until now, until today, fourth time coming.
Okay.
And these guys are getting better and better. It shows that the students are just
Craving,
exactly,
right.
to do something. So by the definition, right, it should work out in Malaysia as well. So I came back to Malaysia to do investment banking for 2 years, and I told myself, hey, you know what, the students here have much more to give.
Yeah.
And because of the advent of social media, Malaysia is getting more connected every day.
Yes.
People are going online to do all kinds of random things like
Everything.
renting and giving their reviews.
Yes.
So I said, hey, why not make money and at the same time give back to the community by creating a platform just like UKC in London, but for Malaysia. Hence, iProject was born.
So I is what that's what it means.
That's right. I actually means empowering youth endeavors.
Okay.
And
right.
yes, the whole point is that we want to target students studying in colleges and universities to be able to have a platform where they can find people of similar interests.
Similar interests.
That's right. And when that happens, right, you put the best of minds with same interests together,
Right.
things will happen. The
Right.
problem now is that they are not connected.
Right.
Either they're from different university or different classes. There's no one platform that will be able to do all these things.
Right.
So iProject first initiative is the SEC,
Right.
which is the sort of Facebook for societies.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine not instead of a person profile, you see a society's profile for all different interests and areas and in all Malaysian universities.
Okay.
And clubs and societies will get to know that the existence of other clubs and societies similar to
Right.
them, and they'll collaborate.
Right.
I think the key word here is to collaborate because we get a lot of that in overseas,
Right.
but we don't get a lot of it here.
I see. So it's giving power via the quantity of the force behind that.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, with the numbers and the again, everybody's coming on social media. Just imagine the kind of events
Change.
the change and events that can happen out of it. Say, for example, do you think we have enough sports person in representing Malaysia globally? Yes, we celebrate Nicole David and
Yep.
Dato' Lee Chong Wei,
That's
but
right.
there's more. There's more that can be done,
Yes.
and we shouldn't just be happy with just these two being the number one sportsmen.
Right.
So-
Who's going to replace them?
Exactly. Who's going to replace them, when they get older?
Yes.
So the students now can have the drive to the inspirations there, right there in front of them, and you can utilize this information to spur more inspiration within their own crowd, the badminton clubs, for
Right.
example, and the squash clubs, and they have to create their own tournaments.
Right.
Sometimes it has to be driven by students themselves, not just commercial for commercial interest, because otherwise you don't get the maximum impact.
True. I get what you're trying to
You
get
see?
at. Meaning, at the end of the day, you will have the force. Sort of pushing for what they want. Say, for example, if like we want this tournament to happen, so
Yes.
you push for funding, you push for exposure, you push for people to want to have it happen.
Exactly, and
Right?
funding is not really hard to find. A lot of corporate organizations and foundations that are available for the youths to utilize. It's it's just craving to get to get the money away from them.
So it's two ways, yeah. One is for the students to be able to let people know that this is what they want, and also for corporates to find the people that they want to help.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
That is the bridge that we're trying to get here.
Right.
And that's what iProject is actually all about. We've got a few initiatives created out of this program, and these initiatives will also earn money back to us.
Right.
For example, can you imagine the power of the masses when it comes to marketing and when it comes to doing a lot of CSR projects?
That's right.
That will receive funding anyway. And that's where the money can come back to us. So we will do some sort of paying our staff, our interns.
Right.
A lot of students going to be working with us.
Right.
So if any students are interested out there to work with us, they can just go to our website.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to like learn the ropes as well, and find
That's right.
avenues to expand their horizons, isn't it?
And these employers will one day hire them as well because
True.
they are showcasing their efforts, their skill sets that otherwise exams just don't just really show that kind of thing.
That's what you said that happened to you as well, in terms of that exposure allowed you to be hired for a certain project, isn't
Exactly.
it?
So it's just not about the education, but on top of that, it's the extra things that you do that will put you apart from a lot of other people.
That's right.
So the skill sets that you will learn.
Perhaps you can tell us a little bit about. I know that you have your own blog site, right? And what's your following like?
My blog is actually falling a little,
All right.
but I have about 300 to 400 visits a day,
Okay.
Which is pretty decent.
All right.
Although there are a lot more others that with more than 1,000
lot,
to
yeah, right,
5,000.
okay.
But that depends because a lot of people blog about their parties and events.
Right.
I do that too, but I make sure I put like 1 out of every 9 posts on something which is community based.
Right.
Things that I work on. For example, a few of the photos that's been passed through, there are a lot of community events that are included. So, say for example, I co-founded Young Corporate Malaysians as well, which is a gathering where CEOs actually come down and spend their time at night to talk to our young corporate members,
Right.
people who have just been working for 1 or 2 years, and to tell them about what makes them what is needed to take them to the CEO quality.
Right. Okay.
Right. So that's why, and that's one of the organizations that we'll talk about, and the other one would be flash mobs.
Right.
I help Random Alphabets, a group that is very active on corporate responsibility, and in the form of flash mobs or bizarre activities. I help them a lot in terms of technology-wise, in communications as well.
Okay.
And so this is the fun bit where they do all these flash mobs, and we organize a lot of things that like the Glee dance flash mob.
Right. Okay. I heard about that. There are some pictures that are coming out. Perhaps you can explain to us what all these pictures are all about.
Okay. So like this Crocs official blogger, because of the things that we do, we set I set myself separate from every other people by doing all these projects, and that's why companies come to us and say, hey, why don't you be our ambassador?
Right.
And because of that, we get a lot of freebies, say for example, and yes, we may have to write about the events, but it's very important that we put our own insights into it as well. It's not just about writing an advert saying, hey, this product is the best and stuff, but share about what you do, and like for example, this one's the Oscar Academy Award, and I got an invite to go on the red carpet to actually watch it.
Awesome.
So I'm just a plain blogger.
Can you bring me the next time?
Yes, I'm sure you can. I'm just a normal average blogger as I see myself, but because I put myself out doing different things, these people recognize me and then they invite me.
Right.
This picture actually shows what a social media addict I am. I have two phones with me, a BlackBerry and an iPhone, and I use them on an hourly basis.
Don't people get irritated that you're taking pictures of food all the time?
Well,
while you're eating with you?
Yes. This is
because I hear of people complaining things like that about things like that.
They do, but they don't understand the power of sharing.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
This is Teach from Malaysia. I am very close to them, and I believe in what they do. So this is another community area where these guys need a lot more publicity.
Yes.
Yeah, Teach from Malaysia actually works on getting all kids to have good education, excellent education, and
I think everybody should.
Yes, exactly. And I don't work with them, but I do my best by being with them, by publicizing them on Twitter,
creating more awareness
Facebook.
for them.
Exactly, and it works. It does work. This picture is actually the Young Corporate Malaysians.
That's right, you were saying the YCM thing.
Exactly,
right.
where we hosted quite a lot of CEOs.
And Prime Minister himself.
Exactly, and I'm actually on the far left or right. I don't know which side it is.
Far right, that's right.
Yeah, and again, I never see myself doing all this. Back then when I was studying university. But it's through the power of social media that I meet all these fantastic people, and we got together and created this club. And the next thing you know, the Prime Minister himself actually graced our event. So you see,
it's amazing. It's amazing. That's why we were talking about how the power of the Twitter, Facebook, and social media is changing lives.
It is.
And like you said, when you started out, you didn't think that you would be here, or even be on a TV show, or
I've never thought I'd be hosted on Bernama TV. So thank you for that chance.
No, thank you for actually gracing our screens, because soon you will be a much sought after personality, whereas we're just in the media and we're just trying to expose the things that happen on our shows.
Actually, on that topic, there is a reason why I'm still blogging. I think a lot of people talk about, why are you still blogging? Chris, you're adult. Yeah, I'm really 27 years old.
Right.
And by right, I should be earning a lot of money, in order to support my family and support my future family members.
Right.
And but I guess it goes hand in hand. If I don't blog, and I stop sharing about all these things that I'm doing, then how are people going to know about what I do? So blogging, yes, it's tough. But you have to maintain it, and I guess it can only be driven by passion.
That's right. Before we started the show, I was asking you, having a blog is no easy feat. It takes commitment, it takes passion, it takes drive. Exactly. And how do you maintain that? There must be waning times. There must be days that I don't feel like it. How do you do it?
Well, I guess it's all about managing the time in the end of the day, and as well as realizing that there's a lot of platforms out there. It's not just a blog, but I actually integrate my blog with my Twitter account, my YouTube account, and my Flickr photos. So all these are social media platforms and tools that it varies in their usage. And Twitter, for example, is my avenue to go out fast. So when I'm in an event, I tweet live.
Right.
Yeah.
So people get instant information on the spot.
Yes, and that's exactly why people want to follow me as well, because I have the information at hand and my fingertips, and I'm just sharing it out. And my follower as of now would be around 2,800, and I hope that it will grow so that more and more people would actually know about these community projects. On top of hearing my own personal thoughts, of course.
Right.
I mean, you can't run away from that.
Because what we were trying to talk about today as well is, do you think that the Twitter, Facebook blog is just more than just a fun platform, not just for venting and ranting? Can it bring change?
It definitely can. I'm actually a solid living proof of it. And to show an example, my blog following is quite low, and my Twitter following is relatively okay. I mean, compared to a lot of other people. But there are those who have a lot more, and maybe they're blogging about things like, or tweeting about things like events and fun and a lot of interesting gossips, for example.
Right. Yes, gossip gets people.
It does. It does get a lot of people. And to be honest, sometimes I'm tempted to even go to the area so that I get more followers and visits. And mind you, it's not actually to get more, not about popularity, but it's more about, I wish all these people would listen to what I have to say about the community work.
Right.
So,
it's about integrity for you, yeah?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do all these things, and I continue what I'm doing, but at the same time, I don't stop attending cool events that I get invited for. Say, for example, Arthur's Day happened just a few days ago, and for the past 4 years, I've been invited for every one of them, and I got a special invitation to sort of meet Black Eyed Peas.
Oh, excellent!
I mean, how many people have that chance? So I'm very I'm very
fortunate.
happy and fortunate that I'm in this position right now. So community changes, yes, it can. For example, I don't know if you heard of the Pet Note case.
Yes.
Yeah, where pets were all trapped and for several days over the Hari Raya holidays.
Hype, yes.
It was crazy and it was mad. And a lot of people chose to rant.
Yes.
They said, let's hate this fuck.
These people,
and all these bad things that comes up from their basically it's everything from their mouth.
Because they are upset and
they
don't know what else to do.
Exactly.
Right.
But there are the people who opt for another way to express themselves, and these are the people who actually ask for help.
Yes.
And people suddenly found a way to crowdsource help from all around the place. I mean, people say, hey, can you guys come over and help us shift the animals out?
That's
and
right.
A lot of people are retweeting that thing. They're Facebooking it, so people know the exact address and the exact number to call and the right people to contact. And suddenly, you have a whole bunch of at least I don't know, about maybe 50 people who all came down at just about a few hours.
True, it's so true. It's all about how you use the media and the social media that you have. So again, this is we're running out of time, but this is the last question because we're starting a blogger segment. Any advice for new bloggers that want to make it, because it's not easy being one?
Wait, so this is the first blogger session?
Yes, this is the first blogger session. You are our inaugural blogger.
Wow, wow, that's a big title there.
Okay.
Well, any advice? I would say that I guess it's okay to actually make money online. A lot of people have a debate on on integrity, whether you should blog for yourself or blog for other people.
Okay.
I guess it really depends on the balance.
Right.
I think it's okay to still do advertisements. I get money to blog about products and events on my own blog,
right.
But at least I gave my own original view of it.
Right.
I'm not a copy-paste kind of person.
Do not sell out.
and you do not sell out. You have to maintain your integrity. Otherwise, who want to read a blog?
Correct.
So to all the bloggers out there,
or would-be bloggers,
yes, or Twitters, or any time you want to put yourself out in social media, be honest to yourself. Share about what you have. Share about everything that you love
you're
passionate about, and be original. That's the main point.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. I think the key is be original.
Yes.
There you go. Thank you very much. That's all the time that we have. We will be back tomorrow as usual at AM. Don't miss us on The Breakfast Club. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Elaine. Bye.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.